That's Nick.
And that's Joseph, and today we're here to talk about Mickey and the Bear, the directorial debut of Annabelle Attanasio, which premiered at the South by Southwest Film Festival earlier this year. Well, it's kind of I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
And it's being distributed by Utopia, rolling out in New York on November 13th, and a week later in LA on November 22nd.
So yesterday in New York.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Midweek. Yeah.
This film is about a young woman named Mickey who lives in Anaconda.
Mickey Peck. Yep. Anaconda, Montana.
With her dad, who's a veteran,
Yes.
suffering from PTSD.
Yes.
And it's a snapshot into her life before she graduates high school, kind of navigating
That's a transitional period.
period.
But
her life at home with her dad in a manufactured home is pretty shitty.
They kind of have
Versus her, like, she's excelling in school, she works, she's a beautiful young woman, so she has a bright future ahead of her, but she's kind of attached to her dad.
Yeah, they're kind of enmeshed.
In his misery.
Yeah, and she takes care of him.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
That's what the story is. Her navigating, should she stay or should she go?
Should I stay or should I go?
Basically.
The good is, I think the acting from all the main players is really good. I really like the lead female actor.
Camila Morrone, who was last year was Bruce Willis's daughter in the Eli Roth remake of Death Wish.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, I really liked her. I feel like she could be a Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, she has a nice screen presence. I think overall the film is very sincere and authentic. It's just that the reason for its existence is questionable. There's absolutely nothing new, no kind of new territory or point made, and as we were talking earlier, it's not very dire seeming either. She's just either going to leave town or wither away if she stays in Anaconda. Like
most Americans.
Yeah.
Who just kind of stay.
As the father, James Badgedale, who's been in a ton of things, The Departed, World War Z, he was Tiffany Haddish's husband in The Kitchen earlier this year.
Okay. I liked him.
Yeah.
I thought he did a great job.
And then Kelvin Demba is the half-British Montanian that she starts to have feelings for.
Yes, who was also good. I did think he looked older than what he should have to be a high school student.
But you did just see him last Christmas.
Yes,
you didn't recognize
I didn't recognize him. He looks a little elderly here. I don't know.
Yeah.
He looks great. It just, he doesn't look like he would be in high school. So that was a thing.
And the director, she's been an actress since she's very young apparently, and this is her feature debut. But her father is Paul Attanasio, who's an Academy Award nominated screenwriter for Donnie Brasco and Quiz Show.
Okay.
And her uncle owns the Milwaukee Brewers, so.
Okay.
Because she's very young. I think she's only 25 or 26 when she directed this. But for her first feature, it's very aptly done. It just.
Yeah. I use the word banal. It
was a little banal.
It doesn't seem. I don't need everything to be like soaked in misery and unbearable, but it's not really treading new ground. There isn't anything that took me over the edge. It just is kind of like depressing but we use that word depressing so loosely.
Yeah.
I mean
Well, and I think we're also used to our melodramas having to have a certain amount of like miserableism in them.
Sure. And of course, the dad who's a veteran suffering from PTSD, his situation is very unfortunate. And I'm sure, there are many people dealing with that and many people who can relate to that situation. But it just didn't seem like the main character, Mickey, doesn't seem like she has options.
She does, and there's actually a point in the film where I became very frustrated with her, and it's obviously when her dad takes her and her boyfriend on that trip, like
Like to go hunting.
to go hunting, and
the dad he punches the boy.
Circumstances become such that he punches the young man in the face, and then they leave him to walk in the wilderness.
Well, because he says he doesn't want to deal with that.
Which, right, but as Mickey, I don't think she should have left him. Like, I was kind of...
No, I agree. However, I do think the film does a good job of showing her attachment to her dad.
Yes, yeah. And it makes sense that she does that, but
it's palatable because he doesn't seem that awful. I was certain he was going to rape her. I was certain he was going to hit... that the dad was going to abuse the daughter. And he does abuse her sort of emotionally.
He's manipulative.
But he doesn't... The sort of standard markers for what would be like a very like extreme circumstance weren't there. So he doesn't rape her, he doesn't beat her, which is great, but it just felt a little like, okay, so things aren't... They're shitty, but they're not so bad that she doesn't have a future. And this is a beautiful, intelligent young woman. She will be all right if she leaves. And in the end, it's kind of made clear that...
Yeah, that she...
she's running into the distance, so I'm assuming,
Yeah, she's left.
I don't think she's running the 2,000 miles to San Diego. My other complaint... So my biggest complaint, I think, was the college that she's applying to, San Diego City College. I'm assuming, if it is a private school, it might be expensive. But the reality is, like, she could go anywhere and get into community college because her finances are an issue. I just feel like a young lady like her who's so beautiful and smart and capable shouldn't have a problem. The only issue this young woman has is she needs to decide if she's going to leave her dad. And even when the psychiatrist, there's a point where she visits a psychiatrist who is familiar with her dad and asks her, will my dad ever be okay? And the psychiatrist says no. I was certain she was going to realize she needs to leave, but then there's another incident where she kind of stays.
She kind of needs more extreme things to happen for her to push her away. And there's probably some statements in there maybe about the expectations of daughters to their fathers.
It feels realistic.
It does, yeah.
And authentic, like you said. It just didn't take me anywhere. But the acting, I think, is top-notch, and I think it's a very well-done film. Do you have anything else?
No, I think I wanted to feel like something more than it is, but, as a first feature, it's, there's really nothing to complain about other than that it's just kind of dry.
I would give this film 2.5 out of 5 stars.
I would say that that's fair.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.